I think space mirrors our tendency to look beyond, our tendency to look into space mirrors our tendency to look beyond the present moment for meaning or for fulfillment or for hope. Beyond here, beyond now. Maybe you have no particular desire to visit outer space, neither do I. I'd like to stay right here. But most of us have something that we're aiming for. We're often told to aim high, to want more, to seek out the best that life has to offer. We make plans for our lives, goals for ourselves, goals for our families, our communities. We imagine a future somewhere out there when things fall into place, where our efforts pay off, where the picture finally looks the way that we hoped it would. Before I was alive, when the Apollo 11 astronauts were preparing to land on the moon, a Jesuit priest named Walter Burghardt was asked by the New York Times to put the moment in perspective. It was this extraordinary moment in human history when people could actually set foot on the moon that people had looked at, that human beings had looked at for millennia. So Burghardt shared in some of that wonder and that excitement, acknowledging it as a remarkable feat of human intelligence and human capacity and human wondering. Going to the moon was this new horizon, this new way of understanding the world and our relationship to it. And so it was a moment that carried a lot of hope for people. But it was also a moment for Burghardt when he felt some caution. He said that I simply don't believe that a program comparable to the moon landing, I don't believe that that same kind of program can't be projected around poverty or around the war or crime or so on. He added, so when the first man walks on the moon, my joy will be tempered by sadness, because I'll also be thinking of people who still walk on this earth. So what does this have to do with Advent? These thoughts about the moon landing and about space and all of this, it reveals the tension that I think Advent speaks directly into. Part of us looks for hope in accomplishment. We look for hope in progress, in what we can reach or what we can achieve or what we can become. Part of us imagines that happiness lives somewhere out there beyond us, maybe just beyond where we are now, in the next phase, the next solution, the next success. But Advent, by contrast, doesn't center on humanity's upward or outward movement toward those hoped-for achievements, toward those dreams we might have. But instead, Advent proclaims something quieter, something stranger, and something more grounding, which is God's movement toward us, God's movement to come close. During Advent, we prepare to celebrate that God does not wait for us to arrive somewhere better or brighter, but God comes to us just as we are. God enters the world as it actually exists. God comes for the people who walk this earth just as it is.